everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I am so excited. Today I'm going to be filming a last now next, which is basically just a video where I talk about the books I've read recently, the books I'm currently reading, and then what I want to read next. Pretty simple concept. Got the idea from TikTok. They have such great ideas over there. So I figured I would bring it to my YouTube channel. Since the last now next I did, I've read quite a few books, so I'm excited to talk about all of the books that I've read recently. The first one that I want to talk about is Deep Cuts by Holly Brinkley. I absolutely loved this book. I ended up rating it 4.5 stars. I pretty much listened to this one entirely on audio, and the audiobook was really, really good. If you like music, you will absolutely eat this book up. Basically, it follows our two main characters, and our female main character, she meets this man and he is a musician, and he asks for her help with one of his songs, and that sparks up this partnership that lasts for years. And this book follows them from college all throughout the years, and you just get to see their relationship and how it changes and interacts with other people who come into their lives and all of the different types of music. It is just such a beautifully written story. I would recommend this one to people who love music and who love stories that span years and get into a lot of detail and a lot of different scenarios. I just absolutely loved this book, and I definitely would recommend it. Then the next book I read was a 5-star read, and that is The Spellshop by Beth Durst. I love this book. It is my perfect cozy fantasy. I cannot wait to read the next book in this series. Like, I just absolutely loved this book. It follows our main character who has to kind of escape from like a tragedy that's happening in her city. She works in a library, and so she takes some books. She takes her potted plant who talks. He's like a talking snake plant. And the two of them head off to this island where her family is from. And on this island, she opens up this magical spell shop where she is selling spells, but she's got to be like really secretive about it. It is just so good. And there is a romance in here, and it just warmed my soul. It was incredible. I cannot wait to see what happens in the next book. I just feel like Beth Durst is writing specifically for me. I absolutely loved this book. Then I read another 5-star book. I know, pretty good. And that is Julie Chan is Dead. And this is like such a good thriller. I checked it out from my library, which is why I don't have my copy, because the next person needed it. But this book basically follows our main character, Julie, and her sister dies. And she decides to take the place of her sister because her sister, they're twins, and they were separated at birth, so they had completely different lives. But her sister's life was like significantly like better, and her sister is like a famous influencer. So she steps into her sister's life, and the world just completely like unravels. Like, everything that she thought that her sister was going through, it's completely different. And there's just like this group of girls, of women, and their relationship was really complicated. It was just so interesting, and I felt like from page 1 all the way to the end, like, I kept being surprised over and over and over and over again, which I feel like is what makes a good thriller. But it wasn't like anything like scary or anything like that. Like, but the twists were so interesting and unique. Like, I've never read anything like this, and I would definitely read from this author again. Julie Chan is Dead was a wonderful thriller. The next book that I read is a novella. It's called Roots of Darkness by Demi, and this is the novella that follows the Road of Bones series that I'm so obsessed with, and I highly recommend this series. It's so good. This novella was really good. It follows Hecla, if you've read the other books, and basically in this book, Hecla has a one-night stand with this man, and it's just like this most amazing night, and then she finds out the next day that that man is basically in charge of the Blood Axe crew for the time being. So she has to kind of go through the fact that she's like hooked up with this man, and oh my gosh, it was just, it was wild. It was very, very good. Hecla is such a great character. I loved her in The Road of Bones. And so it was amazing to see more of Hecla and more of the Blood X crew. This book was really, really good. I ended up rating it 4 stars and I loved it. It wasn't obviously my favorite in the series, probably just because it's a novella, but I can't wait to jump back into this world once the next book comes out. I just love The Road of Bones. It's one of my favorite fantasy series like of all time. Up next, I read Metal Slinger, and oh my gosh, is this another 5-star book or what? Like, Metal Slinger was so good, and I was slumping so bad when I started Metal Slinger, but I was going to the gym, so I needed a book to read on my Kindle, and so I started it, and holy guacamole, did this book blow my freaking mind. If you've read Metal Slinger, like, we need to talk, because what on earth is that twist at the end? Like, I'm reeling. Like, I need the next book immediately. Like, I need it immediately. Basically, this book follows a woman who lives on, I want to say it's like an island, and she basically ends up escaping the island due to some circumstances, and she gets close with this man, so there's like this tumultuous relationship between the two of them, and everything that she knows turns out to be a lie. It's so interesting watching her like learn all of these things as I'm learning them, and then everything, oh my, like I I don't want to spoil anything, but like it's so good. Like, if you've read this and you know me, or even if you don't know me and you just want to leave a comment or message me or something, like, I need somebody to talk about this book with, because what on earth was that? It's so good. I need book 2, like, injected into my veins, like, ASAP. It's so good. Up next, I read With a Vengeance by Riley Sager, and I have read every single Riley Sager book. He is my favorite thriller author, just on like a broad spectrum of thrillers. Like, he writes my favorites. This one unfortunately was not my favorite. This one I rated 3.5 stars. I still thought it was really good, very entertaining, like I couldn't put it down, but it wasn't my favorite Riley Sager by far. My favorite one is Lock Every Door. Like, I recommend that one with my whole chest. This one was good though because it was like a closed door mystery, which I'm really into closed door mysteries. I think it's so fun, like, to figure out who done it, essentially. Basically, this woman, her father, how do I describe this? So she's trying to get revenge in her father's name. So she gathers all of these people who wronged her father onto one train ride, where at the end of the train ride, they are going to basically be arrested. But then people start dying on the train, and they have to figure out who's doing the murdering. Is it more than one person, or is it her? Is she the one who's murdering? You don't know. You literally have no clue. It'll leave you guessing, and there's lots of twists in this, like stuff that I didn't see coming, stuff that I did see coming, and stuff that I didn't see coming. So I feel like it just kind of grasped the whole gambit of what a mystery thriller can be. Like I said, I really liked it. It's not my favorite Riley Sager, but if you're like me and you've read all of Riley Sager's books, like, you'll probably like this. I liked it. 3.5 stars is a good rating, but it just wasn't my favorite Riley Sager. Hopefully that makes sense. And the last book that I read for the last section of this video, I know I've talked about a lot of books already. The last book that I read is Broken Bonds by Bree, and this is another book kind of like Metal Slinger. Like, I just read it at the right time. I couldn't put this down. I think I read this in 1 sitting, or maybe it was 2 sittings, but like, I just couldn't put it down because I just wanted to know more and more and more, and I need to read the next book so soon. The unfortunate thing is that I canceled my Kindle Unlimited subscription, so I feel like I need to bring it back so I can read the next book in the series. Like, that's how badly I want to know what's gonna happen next. I rated this one 4 stars. It's not like groundbreaking by any means, but it was very entertaining. It follows this woman, and she, I can't remember like what it's called, but basically she has like 6 men who are like bonded to her, and she has these magical powers, but she has to like suppress them and hide them. And so they kind of think that she is like a mess up, like she's like nobody. So everybody is wondering why these powerful men are all bonded to her. And she gets bullied a lot. It's a school setting too. It's a school setting, which I was into. And there's like professor, like it has kind of everything going for it. And I feel like there were so many heroes that like I want to read on to the next book because I feel like I just want to get closer to all of the heroes that it introduced. And yeah, I don't know. This book is, I'm not going to sit here and say like, you need to read this book. You need to read this book if you're like looking for a fun time, kind of like thoughts off, like fantasy, romance, heavy on the romance. Like if you're just looking to turn your brain off, like this is a good book to read. I enjoyed it. Now we're moving into the books that I'm currently reading. So right now I'm reading 3 books at the moment. I will go over them briefly. The first one that I'm reading is Problematic Summer Romance by Allie Hazelwood. I love Allie Hazelwood. I have not disliked a single book by her, and this is no difference. Right now I am on page 86. And I'm really enjoying it. Basically, it follows this woman and she goes to her brother's wedding and she ends up having a romance with an older man who is her brother's best friend. Those are the tropes. It's good so far. I want to keep reading it. Like I said, I'm not too far into it, but I will definitely give you my update the next time that I do a Last Now Next. I am actually really enjoying this, but that's not surprising because I love Allie Hazelwood. I am also reading Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. I told you this would be in here. I am eating this book up. This is the second book in the Boys of Tommen series. It follows Johnny Kavanaugh, my whole heart, and it follows Shannon, and Shannon has just like a heartbreaking story. So if you're looking for something that's going to like rip your heart out, this is the series to read. I'm telling you, like you will have like no emotions left when you're finished reading this. I am 188 pages into this already, and I just want to continue reading it. I'm listening to this one mostly on audio, like as I'm driving, and I'm really enjoying that iteration of listening to the book. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like I'm liking listening to it. But I'll probably pick it up physically pretty soon once I finish Problematic Summer Romance because I want to get this one done too. I'm really enjoying it. I enjoyed the first one. It was a 5-star book. This one I also see being a 5-star book. And I'm not even halfway done. So anyway, Keeping 13. Hopefully that made sense. And the final book that I'm reading is, I think it's my favorite one that I'm reading right now, which is saying a lot because those 2 books are so good. I'm really enjoying both of them, but I'm enjoying Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab just ever so slightly more. It is so good, and the audiobook, this follows like 3 different POVs, and one of the POVs is narrated by Julia Whelan, who is my favorite audiobook narrator, so like anything Julia Whelan reads, like I know I'm going to love. I love The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Like that is one of my all-time favorite books, and so I am so obsessed with this one too. It's described as toxic lesbian vampires. I'm not quite there yet, like I haven't gotten to the vampires yet, but I'm enjoying where I am. I'm enjoying all of the different POVs. I'm loving learning more about the characters, and I am eating this up so far. It's so good. Then lastly, for the up next, I would love to read Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I love Ashley Poston. She's another one of like my favorite romance authors. The 7-Year Slip was just so good. I absolutely loved it. So I had to buy this book, and I'm in a book buying ban, but I still bought this book. Same thing with Problematic Summer Romance. That one though, I had a gift card. This one, I used some of my Pango bucks to purchase this book, and I have no regrets. I want to read this one really badly. It says, Joni Lark has a secret. She's one of the most coveted songwriters in Los Angeles, and yet she can't write. There's an emptiness inside her and nothing seems to fill it. When she returns to her hometown of Vienna Shores, North Carolina, she hopes that the sand, the surf, and the concerts at the Revelry, her family's music venue, will spark inspiration. But when Joni gets there, nothing is how she left it. Her best friend is hiding something, her mother's memories are fading fast, and the Revelry is closing. How can Joni write when her world is leaving her behind? Then she hears it, a melody in her head, lyricless and half-formed, and an alluring and addictive voice to go with it, belonging, apparently, to a wry musician with an emptiness of his own. Surely he's a figment of Joni's overworked imagination. Then a very real man shows up in Vienna Shores. He's arrogant and guarded, not at all like the sweet, funny voice in Joni's head, and he has a plan for breaking their inconvenient telepathic connection. Finish the song haunting them both, and hope they don't risk their hearts or their secrets in the process. Because that melody, the one drawing them together, what if it's there for a reason? I love how her books always have a little bit of magical realism in them. It's just so good. I can't wait to read this one. I love books about music, as evidenced by my obsession with deep cuts. Like, I can't wait to read this one. Then the next one that I really want to read, it goes along with me reading all of the like books on my Kindle, like reading Metal Slinger, reading Broken Bonds, I think is what it's called, and that is that I want to read Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I can't believe I haven't read this one yet. I've heard nothing but amazing things, so let's read the back of it. It says, 24-year-old Sarah Spain is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange power she possesses or the fact that she has been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. In the land of the unforgiving desert, there isn't much a girl wouldn't do for a glass of water, but sooner or later every secret comes out. When Sarah comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, of legend, of nightmares, but it turns out they're real, and Sarah's has landed right in the middle of a centuries-long conflict that might just get her killed. The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of Yuvalia in over 1,000 years, Sarah's mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher, a handsome Fae warrior who has secrets and nefarious agendas of his own. He will use her alchemist's magic to protect his people, no matter what it costs him or her. Sounds so good. I can't wait to get into that. And with that being said, those are all of the books that I have read recently, I'm currently reading, and that I want to read in the near future. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found something to read, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!